Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Brownwood Lions Coach Show here on KOXE. I am Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director, Sammy Burnett. How are you, sir? Did you have a good weekend?
I did have a good weekend. It was windy Saturday and nice on Sunday.
It was.
I had a good time. My little brother came down and hung out with me, and I don't get to do that much, so that was a good time.
Good deal. So should we get right into a busy last week of action?
Let's do, because I'm horrible reading names, so I got some names to read off, and I hope I don't stumble through it. But let's start with softball, baseball. Friday night, I covered softball, so I watched an exciting game. First inning of the game, controversy started with a strikeout with 2 outs, and ball went in the dirt. We filled it clean. The umpire gave his out call and signaled out, and they kept running the bases and wound up reversing the call and giving them a run. And at one point in the game, it was 7-6 ball game in about the 5th inning, and our girls were battling back. Linrose has a very strong hitting team, play great defense. We earned our runs, and it's 7-6, and they sort of blew it open the last couple innings and wound up winning 14-8, I think it was. But I was really proud of our girls and the way they played. Like I said, it was exciting for everybody. It was loud. You could hear baseball going on and things were going on over there, but our girls weren't successful, but I thought they played a great game. Saw a lot of growth. It was exciting to watch them play. They never surrendered, never quit fighting a good fight, and kept giving themselves chances to have opportunities to be in that game. On the boys' side, I tried to keep up a little bit on the radio and tried to turn it off in between innings because I didn't want to distract the girls in the outfield, because that's where I was standing. I didn't want to have to listen to that. Posey hits a home run, 3-run homer in the first inning. It's 3-0, goes 3-1, and goes 4-1, and everything's doing good until about the 6th inning where we gave up some runs and made it a 4-3 game. And wound up getting out of that inning. Giovanni Figueroa started the game, did a good job, got in a bind in the 6th, I think. Noah Gonzalez came in and threw 2 pitches and a fly ball to center to get out of that inning. And then the top of the 7th, we had a couple of miscues on bunts. Gave them opportunities to load the bases. I think at one point we had no outs or 1 out. They wound up scoring a couple of runs. It was 5-4. So as soon as the softball game was over, I was walking over to the baseball game, and we hit a ball. I hear our fans cheering behind the fence trying to get over there, and I hear it hit the fence. And I'm thinking, great, I don't know if anybody on it. If there's a leadoff, we got a triple, a double, some way to get an opportunity. I didn't know what the score was. Get around the corner and realize that they'd only scored 5 runs. It was 5-4. Graham, Gavin Branster didn't hit the wall. He hit the scoreboard for a home run to tie it up. So I was excited about that. And get around the corner just inside time to see Logan Posey put one in the opposite field gap for a triple. And then they moved their infield in, and Jack Fields just hit a line drive over the second baseman's head to win the ball game. So great finish by them. And my question to them today was any time in that game did you think about losing? Because as a guy that works as hard as they do and prepares as hard as they do, you always have an opportunity to lose. It just never cross your mind. And they sure didn't play like there was a thought. They were like, no, we always thought we'd win that game, which was great mentality. So congratulations to them. We're in a tough baseball district. Every game's been really close, and for us to come back in the bottom of the 7th and pull it out after you led the whole game, sometimes there can be a mind block about, oh no, we got 3 outs or we're done. And boy, we got up there and brought 3 batters to the plate and ended that sucker. So it was great to see them finish that way. So congratulations to the boys and winning that series, which is huge.
Yeah.
I know they dropped the game earlier in the week off of a 2 hitters, so to see them bounce back and get that win was big. Track and field, of course, we finished the district track meet last Thursday, I think it was. You and I spent the day over there, got some sun and had some fun. But I want to go through there and announce the regional qualifiers. On the girls' side, congratulations to Coach Lipsy and what those girls are doing. They got a great track team right now. Won the JV, and the varsity district championship. Scored a lot of points, so congratulations to them advancing. In the 2-mile is Lindy Basioli and Haley Atkins. The 4x1 consists of Isis Hall, Nia Hall, Talia Clifton, and Anaya Hines. Look at me reading those names. 800, first place for Sydney Wyndham. Girls won first place in the 4x1. In the 100, Talia Clifton advanced. That's the hurdles and the 100-yard dash. Nia Hines and Isis Hall advanced. The 4x2 won first place. That's Isis Hall, Kaya Phillips, Nia Hines, and Kate Tyndall. In the 400, first place, Bracy Lee. In the 200, first place was Kai Phillips, and Kate Tindall was third. 1600, first place was Sydney Wyndham. Third place was Haley Atkins, and fourth place was Lindy Baccioli. In the 4x4, which was absolutely impressive, all the relays are impressive, but the 4x4, man, they won it by almost a straightaway, almost 100 yards. That consists of Kate Tindall, Kai Phillips, Sydney Wyndham, and Bracy Lee. High jump, Hannah Dean, even though she had an injury, finished fourth place. And then the long jump, Kai Phillips finished first place. So congratulations to the girls and those ladies advancing to the area meet. And then on the boys' side, 3,200, Bennett Wyndham advanced. 4x1, which was district champions, were Raven Prada, I Call, Kevin Webster, and Aaron Edmonds. 110 hurdles, Trey Jones third place. Congratulations to him. 100-yard dash, Aaron Edmonds advanced. 4x2, district champions were Raven Prada, I Call, Marcella Hooker, and Grant Gray. In the 300 hurdles, Trey Jones finished third. 200 meters, Grant Gray finished third. 4x4, which was a race that we were concerned about. Coach said they performed extremely well in that. I actually left right before that, so I didn't get to sit. We got beat by Stephenville by about 5 meters, but there's some alternates that we think can step up in the area and run that. We had some kids injured that run it before, so they expect to be better than that. Finished second place as Raven Prada, Grant Gray, Christian Villarreal, and Ross Strasner. And then the discus, which we ran off and did a phenomenal job, by the way. We're going to
Amazing.
That was me and Coach Harris and Coach Moore did that one. And I was chasing disc.
You were.
And they were marking it and reading it. We did a good job there. It was a great runoff in the discus. And
Never
Sam
better.
Coleman, district champ, through 153, I think is what he threw. Weston Wolf finished fourth. I Call won the high jump, which was pretty impressive at 6'6", never jumped him before, so we're going to get him a little bit more work and see if he can go a little bit higher. And Marcella Hooker advanced in third place. In the triple jump, I Call was district champ. Marcella Hooker was runner-up. In the long jump, I Call was the district champ. Marcella Hooker was runner-up. So congratulations to them. And 14 of those boys advancing, and a lot of girls advancing. So I thought we performed really well. On the boys' side, they finished second behind Stephenville, who won the district championship. But we talked about it. If you're watching the meet, the racing part of it, we dominated. Where they got their points on us were in the shot, and then they do a really good job in the distance. We only had one kid in the distance that placed, and they gained a lot of points there, so they slipped by and won the district championship. But all in all, when you look at the course of the entire track meet, I thought we dominated. So sometimes those points can be deceiving. We got a lot of kids out, really proud of them and the way they competed. So congratulations to the boys and girls. Track teams, and they're advancing the area, which will be Friday on the 12th, so we'll go to Abilene and do that. So let me go over the schedule real quick for you. Before I do that, I just want to make an announcement at 8 to 12 and 1 to 4:30 at the administration building where Lisa's housed right now because of construction. If you go to the administration building, you go to the right, and through the door on the right, that's where her office is, right on the left. But you can get started today, started selling tickets to the basketball banquet, which will be on Monday the 15th. Not Monday Monday the 15th. Monday's the 15th. Their banquet's that night. So if you want to get tickets to that, go see Miss Hasso at the Central Support Office and get those tickets. Softball's moved to today because of the chance of bad weather tomorrow. The varsity's going to play at 4:30 because of the chance of rain tonight, and the JV will follow, and that will be in Mineral Wells. So if you're traveling over there today, we had a revision. So hopefully you got there in time. The game's already started, but hopefully you got there in time. But we had some revisions this morning trying to change it because of the weather. Baseball will be hosting Stephenville tomorrow at 4:30. I just want to announce there may be a chance of that game changing. We may switch sites and play them at their place on Tuesday because of weather. They have turf over there, and maybe have a chance to get that game in and them come to us on Friday. If that changes, of course, we'll get that out as soon as possible. But that's what we have for action today and tomorrow. Wednesday, the tennis team will start their run at the district title. They'll be in Glen Rose. They will compete Wednesday and Friday. We're clear on Thursday. Friday, we have the finish of the district championship for tennis. We have area track in Abilene. We'll match up with Lubbock, Estacada, Levelland, San Angelo, Sweetwater, Snyder, maybe. I can't remember who's in
all those schools out there
in that other district. But what's sort of impressive to me when you start looking at some of the numbers in that other district, Caden Avalos finished third in the shot for our JV. Did a really good job there. He threw a 39 feet something. The district champion, I think, coming out of the other district, threw 38. So it just shows the level. I think we can go to the area meet and dominate. Our district, I think, will dominate and get a lot of kids to the regional track meet, which is the following week, and love it. So got that going on. Baseball, again, will either travel to Stephenville and play at 4:30 and 7, or they will stay at home based on what happens on Tuesday with the weather. And softball will host Graham at 5 and 6:30.
All right. Did we hit everything?
I don't know.
I think so.
Do we have to do the NASCAR report?
Well,
William Byron won
I
again.
don't know.
Kyle Larson was second. I think Elliott was somewhere in the top
Third.
third. So Hendrick had this big party going on because they're at their 40th year or whatever, and had like 2,500 people there in Hendrick Motorsports venues, and they were celebrating. Three of their dudes won the top three, or two of them won the top. No, they
All
went
three of them.
1, 2, 3, and then the other one was Bowman, and he was not far behind, so they had a good night, I guess.
Sounds like a good
My
reason to
guy-
celebrate.
No, we're not celebrating.
Oh, we're
My
not?
guy
Oh.
got like 18th inning, whatever in the picture, and you never got to see him unless he was coming out of the pit stop.
We're celebrating.
So I'm having a dismal season, and Star is just all excited about that, but maybe we'll come on stronger there. I still got hope.
You may need to change up guys.
I know it, man. That's all about, I think, him changing from Joe Gibbs racing to Richard Childress racing is the problem, because they haven't been doing much. I'm sort of depressed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's just racing.
All right. Anything going on football-wise?
I'm glad you asked, because I was fixing to say, started working on some skill stuff. Opportunities going through our third phase of off-season, or athletics, is what I'd rather call it than off-season. Basketball went to work on some skills. Baseball got time during the period, which they usually do, and then soccer doing their thing. But we had an opportunity to get out there and start working on putting some people in positions, and started working on the install for offense on what we're planning on doing 7-on-7 wise. So it's not total football stuff, but it's pretty much football stuff. But getting those kids out there, seeing how much they've grown, seeing how much they've retained is important. What they know from last year to this year, see how much they've retained, and just getting out there and throwing the ball around a little bit, starting to get a little excited. So getting ready for our 7-on-7 season, which will start in May. And how funny it is the first qualifier we have is May the 25th. I mean, everything seems like it's been moved up. Earlier in the year when you talk about 7-on-7 stuff, and of course you go through the summer and it's 7-on-7, and then you got your state tournament if you go to that. You got camps coming on, starting to, looking at camps and dates for that. Those little kids got the roar on the shore that they do, so we're trying to get some coaches involved in going to the PE groups over there. Last year we did a big camp for them. This year they're doing it a different way, where we have some coaches possibly going over during their PE time and starting to do some work with them. Opportunity for coaches to be with those younger kids, but yet make a little bit more money in the summer doing some of that, because that's a paying gig. So that's all coming up. It just seems like we're turning over. How that when the weather changes in the lake, and the winter turns to summer or spring, and the lake starts turning over, and you start a new cycle. Well, here we are, starting a new cycle, getting ready for 23, 24, or 24, 25. Sorry, we just finished. See, it's all running together. 24, 25 school year, and start to prepare for the upcoming season. We got spring basketball starting up. We got volleyball starting up in spring for their leagues, and then they'll go into the summer, and here we go again. So it's an exciting time. Got a lot of dirt moving over there by the Snodgrass building. I pop my head in there every once in a while and see the progress they've made in the Snodgrass building itself, and what they're doing out there moving dirt for the indoor. Real quick, as soon as starting the 29th of April, they'll start doing the turf and the lights at the stadium. That's the first phase that'll happen this year. That's something that you'll notice before during the football season, is the new lights and the new turf. New lights are important to you as well.
That's
because
right.
It helps you take some better pictures. And then, of course, as soon as baseball in June, as soon as baseball and softball are wrapping up, we'll start the demolition and redoing baseball and softball. So there's a lot of exciting things going on. I had a design meeting again, a second design meeting for, we want to start as quickly as we can on the junior high dressing facilities for the boys and girls over there, and redoing that. Totally is going to be brand new. We changed some designs made some changes from what the first plans were that came out. That architects paid a lot of money. I don't know what they did that day. They sort of just threw some slop on the paper. So we got together in our committee and we made a bunch of changes to send back to them as soon as they get those redrawn and sent back to us and get those things approved where we feel we want them for the high school and the junior high. We'll start working on getting a contractor to take those bids and go through the process of deciding which one's the best contractor for that phase of what we're trying to do. And before you know it, we're going to have everything going at one time, and there's going to be a lot of construction going on throughout our district. So we're really excited about that. And again, you pass a bond, you have a goal of getting a bond. Since I got here, that was sort of a focal point of mine is what can we do to create better facilities for our kids. And community jumps in, we pass a bond, and got great support with that. And now you know you have it, but it's still not realistic. It doesn't seem to you, and all of a sudden you see a little bit of movement. We started with the tennis courts, and those are wrapping up. And, redid some floors in the elementary schools and the gyms, and also put some new seating in the Coggin facility over there, so that when you go to an assembly or something, you got a better place to sit. You don't have a chance of falling out of the chair and breaking a hip or something. So all those things were done, but now you're starting to see a big amount of movement going on. So I'm really excited about that. And it's become more realistic in the fact that we're going to have some of the best facilities, if not the best facilities, in the state of Texas for our kids, and what a blessing that is. And again, that comes from the community and the support that we have from them. They support in all kinds of ways. The willingness to take a little hit on your taxes. And it's not a big hit, but a small hit on your taxes to provide what we need to for our kids to have an awesome environment, to get a great education. And a big part of education is athletics. It keeps a lot of kids in and going. And what a great opportunity we're going to have to grow and develop through our school system. So I'm extremely excited about that.
Yeah, big thank you to everybody who made that happen.
Man, there was a lot of people involved, and it just didn't happen. There was a lot of work going on behind the scenes, trying to make sure we get that thing done and approved, and it was. And now what's going on is people are going to see it, and I truly believe those that maybe weren't for it, once they see what we're doing and what the facilities will do for our kids, I think they'll all be for it and excited about the fact that that's happening.
That's right. Well, there's plenty going on the field, off the field. Anything else today, Coach?
Well, we do. We got to figure out our plan for next week, because I'm leaving Sunday morning to go to Lubbock.
Oh,
And I
well,
won't return until Saturday evening, so we may be on the road roving reporters.
we'll figure it out. We'll wing it.
We'll get it done
One way or the other, yeah. We'll get it all figured out.
All right. Well, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Burner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment, Citizen National Bank, and Hill Containers, Dr. Bond Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Henrik Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Pete's, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Admin, MC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teams.
All right. We will be back here Wednesday on the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show on KOXE, KOXE.com, and the KOXE app.
Have a great day, Brownwood.